How do you know if you have a good deal on your hands if you're in sales? How do you know if you're asking the right questions? How do you know if you're addressing all the landmines that are going to come up in the evaluation? If these are questions that you're trying to figure out or you're not winning as many deals as you like, this video is going to be helpful for you. Because what I'm going to break down are the 3 whys in sales, and more importantly, how to leverage them. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to give you discovery questions so that you can use them in your calls right now. So let's dig right into it. So number 1, what are the 3 whys? Number 1 is why anything. Number 2 is why us. Number 3 is why now. So what do each of those mean? And I'll explain them. So why anything? This comes first. The thing I want you to think about is if you're having a conversation with someone and you're trying to get them to pull a trigger, the first thing that needs to happen in order for them to pull the trigger is they need to be aware of who you are and they need to be actively evaluating. If you're familiar with the buyer journey, attention, interest, desire, action, we got to have attention and interest first, right? In order for that to happen, they have to believe that there's a problem that needs to get solved, regardless of whether or not it's with you. That's so important because if you don't have the why anything figured out, you can never progress to the next step, which is why us. And this is where you want to dig into and assess and position yourselves in a way that makes you the best solution to solve their problems. This goes through getting clear on what they need, educating them on things that they didn't even know they need, and then being a great partner for them through the evaluation, which will in itself differentiate yourself. And then why now? One of the biggest reasons why deals do not close is because of time. Time kills all deals. And there's a lot of times where your deal might be great. You might have a business case. It might be amazing. They even acknowledge that you're the best solution to solve the problem, but the deal still stalls. I get it. I've been there. The problem is you're not clear on the why now. You have to understand the important versus urgent matrix. Important implies that if something doesn't get solved or done, there will be negative consequences. Urgent means if something doesn't get done or a problem doesn't get solved, those negative consequences are going to happen now. So you need to understand which of their situations are important and or urgent. And that's going to help you understand getting deals across the finish line. So those are the 3 whys. Well, I want to give you some discovery questions so that you can actually copy and paste these, start using this in your conversation right away and get results. So number 1, why anything discovery questions. And I'm not going to read this one by one, but I want to put this on the screen for you to take a look. And it breaks down everything from, hey, what prompted you to start looking for something in the first place? What happens if this isn't solved? What are you looking for? How does this align with the big picture? Because all we're trying to figure out right now is there a real project or is this an evaluation that's worth pursuing? And that's where the why anything comes into play. And these 10 questions will help you get really clear on that, not only in your discovery calls, but also help you get really clear on red flags in your deals. Next, why us? Everything from, hey, what's most important to you? Let's get clear on your decision criteria. Have you looked at things similar like us in the past? Maybe not, right? Have you thought about inserting this into your evaluation criteria? What does your process look like to evaluate? What do you find most appealing about us? These are all questions that can start to get you on the way of answering the why us part of the equation. And it's going to help you significantly understand how you're doing in your deals, because you always have competition, whether or not you're dealing with an actual company as a competitor or your number 1 competitor may very well be doing nothing. So why us could very well be you competing with them staying the same, which is very common. And these questions will help you assess that. And then why now? This is where we really start to dig into the pain and the implications of why this needs to get solved right now, the compelling events, getting clear on the timeline. What this is also going to help you do is get clarity on who needs to get involved in the different steps of the process and start to get them involved. One of the big reasons why deal stalls is you're just not aligned with the right people. So getting clear on what the landmines are, who needs to get involved, the implications of not solving it, these are all questions that are going to help you flesh out the different parts of this. So I hope this is helpful. My name is Justin J. Johnson, founder and creator of the Beautiful Savage Sales Academy. I want you to use this, implement it, burn it down. I'll see you in the next video.